You're not confused. You're hiding. You say you have too many interests. What you mean is you never stayed long enough to be judged. You jump early, not because you're curious, because you're scared of being seen clearly. You call it range. You call it flexibility. You call it being multi-potential. But watch what you actually do. You enter a field, you learn just enough to feel smart. You leave right before someone can measure you. You don't quit when it gets hard. You quit when it gets specific. When titles sharpen. When expectations narrow. When your output can be compared to someone else's. You hate boxes. Not because they're limiting, because boxes make failure undeniable. You collect beginnings. You avoid trajectories. You tell people you're figuring things out, but you've been saying that for years. You're not early career anymore. You're just unfinished on purpose. You stay busy, busy enough to avoid stillness, busy enough to avoid choosing. Your calendar looks full. Your direction looks empty. And every time someone asks, "So what do you actually do?" your chest tightens. Not because you don't know, but because any real answer would collapse the others. Here's the lie you live with. I'm different. You say the system isn't built for people like you. You say the world only rewards specialists. You say your mind doesn't work that way. That lie keeps you warm, because if you're different, then your lack of position isn't a failure, it's a mismatch. If you're complex, then your inconsistency isn't avoidance, it's depth. If you're too broad, then your absence of mastery isn't fear, it's destiny. But look closer. You don't hate specialization, you hate permanence. You don't fear being wrong, you fear being locked. Locked into a lane where effort accumulates, where time compounds, where your excuses expire. So you stay mobile, you stay abstract, you stay undefined. You wear potential like armor, because potential can't be audited, potential can't be ranked, potential can't be fired. As long as you're interested in many things, no one can say you failed at one, including you. The future isn't asking you to choose one thing. It's watching whether you ever let one thing choose you. Your many interests aren't a gift, they're a delay tactic. Not because you lack ability, but because ability demands exposure, and exposure would end the story you tell yourself. You don't need a new path. You need to admit which version of yourself you've been protecting.